excited to make the choice to avoid people rather than being forced into it. I've got all these posers that are like, oh, I'm socially distancing. And I'm like, I've been socially distancing before it was cool. Hello.
How is it going?
So good.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hi.
How's it going?
Well, it's hard to even remember when this shop closed because it feels like it's been so long.
My tattoo shop has been closed for about 3 months.
We've been closed since March 22nd would be the first full day that we've been closed.
It fucking sucked. It's a total fucking nightmare, and we're just trying to make the best of the situation. You know what I mean?
I stopped working for like around 2 months, which is the longest I've ever gone without tattooing since I started when I was 21.
So I actually finished the construction of my shop about a week into quarantine. So we were ready to open right as pretty much all the shit hit the fan and everything went down, and it was just a total shutdown. So I was literally up to the point of the final inspections. Then the entire department shut down for inspections as well. So I haven't even been able to get the final inspections. Now they're finally opening back up. So I can finally get everything approved and locked in for when the date to open happens.
Thankfully, I've been busy with other stuff, been busy with a lot of design work and kind of freelance jobs with a lot of graphic companies and bigger brands.
In the meantime, I've been making some art, selling art.
I got into a painting groove, so I've been doing commission paintings and flash for the shop and just trying to be as productive as possible.
Most of the people that I know, they're having a hard time staying creative. They're really having a hard time.
As much as I love to work and be busy, I do like the time off as well. Like, it's not that I don't want to work, but it's like, I don't know if I want to go back to 6 days a week, 10 hours a day anymore. You know what I mean? It kind of makes me think, all right, maybe I should spend more time with my family. You know what I mean? Maybe I should focus on another hobby. Maybe I should, be healthier and cook, because I've been cooking and stuff. And it's like, things that I never thought I would get to do. You know what I mean? Like the simple, normal daily lives rather than like wake up, tattoo, go to sleep, wake up. So I think there's some positive to gain from it. It's honestly been miserable with the whole quarantine. I think everybody agrees, and everybody's all sick of this coronavirus and ready to be done with it. But, just trying to do what we got to do to get through.
So here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, we have a tentative date of June 8th. Personally, I don't feel comfortable with that just yet. We're going to look at the numbers and look at not only American trends, but international trends.
So the date right now, I thought they were going to put us in with barbershops and beauticians and stuff. A bunch of tattooers went and took that Barbasol, the Barbasol fucking COVID thing. It's like, motherfucker, we do all this.
One of the terrible things is everyone's blowing through their savings right now. I'm blowing through my savings. That's exactly what's happening, and it's terrifying. And I've been extremely vocal, as I so often am. But I've been very vocal about the fact that I don't think it's time for shops to reopen. Not because I'm swimming in money and I can just say that because I want to hang out at home and I'm so scared. It's because I want to be responsible, and I don't want a second wave that puts us out of work for another 3, 4, 6 months. Second waves are statistically worse.
For me, for reopening, it's going to the extra precautions I'm going to take, and there's not that many we can really take. I mean, we are all as an art form, as a business. I mean, we're a very clean operation. Like we wipe down surfaces often. We run at a hospital level sterilization. I often say we're cleaner than hospitals in some regards.
We're going to be obviously doing all the same cleaning protocols that we normally do, which is, everything's very sterile. Don't touch anything. We're going to be wearing masks. That's going to be new. We're going to be having our clients wear a mask, which we're going to have a station up in the front of the shop that has hand sanitizer when you come in, mask ready, gloves ready. We're going to have one of the forehead temperature scanners. We're going to check your temperature.
A lot of the same regulations are in place. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we wear gloves. We wash our hands several times with hands-free sinks. It's required to have hands-free sinks in the stations pre-COVID.
I think tattoo shops, man, are probably some of the safest places. We treat everybody as if they potentially have something that's going to kill me. you know? So I don't treat anybody any different. I mean, the only difference now would be just, you know, wearing a mask and, you know, not bringing a few people with you to sit and watch you get tattooed or talk.
I think that this event, this pandemic, could actually really change the way we look at tattoo shops. It already was kind of going to a more appointment-only type vibe. I hope it'll go back to walk-ins, because I think that's a beautiful part of tattooing. You know, getting one on a whim, I think is a wonderful part of tattooing and a fun part, even though it could be argued that maybe, you know, you'll make a decision out of haste. But, you know, randomly walking in sometimes is a beautiful way for a beautiful story or to mark a beautiful time.
I'm very much in this spot right now where everything that I have to buy, like, I have to do it. It's not an option. I have to be safe. It's our number one goal for our clients, our staff, our community. But at the same time, I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I hope they take, you know, like, hope, and maybe I can, like, bat my eyelashes and go a little Mae West and be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Not just since the shops opened up, but since the whole quarantine started. I mean, it started with the toilet paper thing and then went to Lysol wipes. And then people were figuring out, you know, they could go to a tattoo supply and get Maticide.
Yeah, it's definitely weird not being able to find supplies. And I took for granted being able to just pick up a pack of Bounty paper towels.
When they were stocking it back up, you know, it did skyrocket in price. And, you know, it's for tattooers that haven't been working for 10 weeks or whatever, it's even harder to purchase stuff or even find it.
I have alerts set up from different companies that let me know when they're available. And of course, as soon as I go check, after I get the alert, they're already sold out.
Australia went crazy and everybody was fighting over toilet paper.
There is a few supply companies that are local that, you know, like medical supplies and dental supplies. You know, worst comes to worst, I can just, you know, rip down there and get whatever I need.
You've been put into this conundrum between, is it safe and socially responsible to go back to work, and can I survive if I don't go back to work because I'm not getting the assistance that I need from the government? And that's a terrible, disgusting place to put working class people.
I think the government is very out of touch when it comes to tattoo studios and how we're ran. Obviously, this has exposed that.
It's not tattooing in the early 90s where there was limited shop. It's definitely not tattooing in the 60s. You know, this is a lot of people depend on us, our families and friends and our households.
It's terrible, but it isn't specific to the tattoo industry. Right now in Massachusetts, salons were phase 1. And I see a lot of tattoo artists getting upset that salons can open, but tattoo studios can't. The point is, salons shouldn't be open. We should be fighting for salons that they should be kept safe, because now they can't collect unemployment.
It's kind of just crazy to me, considering how much sterilization and disinfecting and cross-contamination we use. So it just doesn't really make sense why we wouldn't be one of the front runners for the first people to open back up. There's been like no answers for anything. I know tattoo artists have had an extremely hard time getting unemployment. And I know a lot of them have tried for unemployment and been denied. I didn't even try because I was just like, yeah, it's not going to happen. Why am I even waste my time for this? I might as well just worry about myself. Because that's kind of I feel like the perspective for tattoo artists. It's been that we just realized real quick, we're on our own. Just worry about yourself. Start doing raffle giveaways.
I don't expect anything from the government. I just never have. I personally have never lived my life that way. I've contributed to society. I've paid taxes, but I just haven't had the mindset to expect anything from them. So my mindset has always been, find a way, figure it out. I can't tattoo today. I'm going to sell paintings tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Is anybody really surprised that tattooing is not in the priority of these 50-year-old white people? Are we really surprised about that? Because they don't like it. They don't like tattoos. Why should it be their priority? You know what they do like? They do like getting their hair cut. You know what they do like? They do like having their wives get extensions.
I think the first thing is just come by yourself. People, I know you want to bring your friends and all that stuff, but it's just going to be at a greater risk.
Supporting artists obviously is number one. If one of your favorite artists is selling prints, clothing, anything online, anything that contributes to helping those artists pay their bills, would be an amazing way to help.
The best way that they could serve the community and be helpful, if they are in a position to, is to buy art from the artist, is to accept a pay increase if the tattooer is charging a little bit more, or to tip a little bit better.
Understanding when we are having trouble with scheduling, we may need to push you back a little further. To remember that we love tattooing, we're trying to get to you, but tattooing is a luxury, not a necessity. So also, in my opinion, if you just got your stimulus check, feed your family first, do all that before you think about getting a tattoo.
Number two, again, if you're feeling like not 100% or you're unsure if you have been sick lately and never got checked out, then just, I'm sorry, but you can't come in,
The advice that I have to clients is the same advice I would probably have to like any other human being in general, is to just be kind, especially when everyone's the worst version of themselves. We're all in quarantine. We're all like the trashiest way that we can be.
I mean, I guess it really boils down to just having the common courtesy for your fellow person, your fellow human.
When the shops reopen, it's a different, you want to pop a bottle and spray it everywhere.
You see these guys every day. The tattoo shop in my life has always been the constant. It's always a stable part of my life. And no matter how it was going outside of it, you get to the shop and you're just like, all right, I'm at the shop. It's cool.
I miss like hanging out with the boys at the boys and girls at the studio. I miss talking shit. It's hard. Like we had a meeting today. We actually had a meeting 2 weeks ago, and I haven't talked to anybody other than my wife and my son for over a month, and it was weird. Like it was hard learning how to talk again. So I was talking to them like I was talking to my son, and I had to repeat myself, and I was like tripping over all my words.
I think also I'm looking forward to hearing the stories on how what people did.
I miss feeling accomplished. When you're busy and you're a busy tattoo artist and you have these people that have been waiting 3 months, they really look forward to getting a tattoo by you and they're so excited. It really makes you feel like a sense of accomplishment, whether my job is not as important as say a surgeon or a doctor, but it makes the difference in people's lives when you can do something cool for them.
What I miss the most, and it may sound corny, is I really miss the interaction with my clients, because like I said, most of them become friends. We had a big sign in the shop in Hollywood that says enter as a stranger, leave as a friend. Every time you sit with somebody, you build on that friendship. And so I've missed some of my clients that I see every couple months or every month, and it becomes a comfort